She told me to put my chin on my chest and look down and don't look at him. As soon as she said don't look at him, I looked at him. I said, yeah, I think I just put this on. And be done.
When you're somewhere where you're not native to, and the people with the faces, they don't look like you and everything, that could be intimidating, and then it could be frustrating where you could react in a way where you could attack them, or either you could go along with everything. So that was something that I'm just saying from experience that I was feeling that was when people were enslaved, they didn't know where they were brought here from another country, and then
when they first said, "Don't look at me, look down," it was like it gave you a feeling of helplessness, like you don't know what's coming next, and you couldn't even ask a question for clarification because at one point I didn't really understand. I thought he said take the wood and put it over here. They wanted to take the wood and put it back over here, and take it back over here. And it just shows that even though we knew that we were not slaves and we were going to be able to go home, just think of how the people felt that didn't know that, didn't know what was going to happen. So it's really an eye-opener for me, and it was quite an experience.
It was kind of very humiliating. And don't look at my hand on my chest at all times. That evening.
I didn't think that. Hey, I own you. I'll tell you, put your hand down. I mean, put your hand. You just don't be so proud of me. That's all.
You're not looking me in the eye. You're not my equal.
But they played, we played our parts well too. And I was amazed that you guys could play your part that well. Because she had to say her part, and somebody down here had to say their part. I'm thinking, wait a minute. I would have said that line one time. Put the wood here, put the wood here. No, I didn't care what they did with that wood. But so they played their part well.
Took along the way to help the slaves. It shows that, right, the Quaker, it shows that no matter how evil some people can be, there's always good that can counterbalance. Because had they not had help along the way, many, many, many more of them would have perished. So to me, that was also an eye-opener that.
What I do know, I'm very proud of the Quaker people and the Amish people. They played a great part in the Dutch's job. Those Quakers.
Now, what part, because the black guy was planted by the fire also. Did his master tell him to come there and to fool us?
Oh, no. His part was to be a former fugitive slave, just like you were.
Right.
He and his brother had come up north. They had escaped.
Right.
Came up north, worked, and then he came back down here to Indiana to find someone who would take his money, like an abolitionist, who would then go down south to try and find his family.
And there was a few of us that we thought it was a trick.
Right.
And all we could think about was we were going for freedom and we didn't trust anyone on the
Right.
roadside.
Right.
So we kept going and we were on our way to the Quaker, but there was a sidebar, a young lady said, "You gotta go back."
Yeah, he was so convincing. You didn't know
They
whether
were
to go or
so
come.
convincing. Then when we went back, we passed up the free slave, the guy that was free, and then the white guy who had the gun. We had to go back to him. But we was not going. We were going straight to the Quakers.
You guys didn't want to listen to the black guy.
Right.
But you listened to the
Stayed there forever. Right.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. No.
What happened? What happened was we were heading towards the Quakers. It's a young lady that was there, and we're like, "I'm going this way." We were going to make that left turn, all of us. That was defiant, as you would say. And she pulled us to the side. She says, "This is a sidebar. This is a part. You have to go back." She says, "I'm telling you, you have to listen to the station."
I think to me he appeared to be someone that would be helpful. The way he was dressed, his mannerism. It was just certain things I wouldn't expect a slave to be as dressed as well as he was. I wouldn't have expected a slave to probably be, he sounded educated. You know, so it was things that were indicative to me that would have said, yeah, probably this is going to help me. I didn't think that he was the plant. Now, most of the whites I didn't trust because those were the ones that I was enslaved by. So it was kind of different for me, you know, because everybody was leaving. I was like, no, I was standing next to the guy, and I'm like, y'all run. I'm like, come back. And they studied.